You do. All right, hello everyone. We are live with our final tribal council of Survivor. Re-rate the stars. Brains versus Brawn and Beauty. Where Mike and Melissa have made it as far as they can go in this game. The power now shifts to jury. They did opening statements already, so we are going to go right in and start with our first juror, in Kenzie. Go ahead, Kenzie. Floor is yours. You have 7 minutes.
She is frozen.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. I don't know if you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good.
I just want to make sure this works properly because I keep getting a notification saying that I don't have a very good connection. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Hear you. You're just frozen.
Oh.
We can hear you.
Don't know why I'm frozen, but okay. I guess you guys don't really need to see me, so basically I'm going to start off with an iconic speech of Survivor. I'm sorry if I don't get it correct. I don't know all of it, but I want to start off basically by saying so this island is filled with two things, snakes and rats. So basically Melissa is the snake and Mike, you're the rat. And normally in survival, the snake eats the rat, which in this case, Melissa completely ate you, Mike, because to me, and from what I heard in the jury, you have no game.
And she froze. While we are waiting on Kenzie, thank you all for watching. And she is back, apparently. Oh, no, she's not. That's just Taco Tony.
Kenzie, can you hear us?
Worse sometimes.
It is still a black screen on my end. Jay, you are muted.
She hears. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Okay. I connected to a Wi-Fi around here, so hopefully that's a little better. What was the last thing you guys heard? Because I thought I was still talking.
That I had no game.
Okay, yeah, I was like talking, and I don't even know what happened. Anyways, yeah. So to me and like the jury, like it seems like you have no game, and Melissa has played an amazing game, considering she threw me under the bus and said I was the one throwing information when that was her the whole time. And I guess that's why you pushed for my vote out when that was not me. And I'll come to that in a second. But to me, Mike, you made no moves on your own. And I understand people in the jury are saying that you want to claim the Tyler vote. But to me, it was the whole Bronze Alliance that did that. You just said, in case Jester had an idol, let's vote for Tyler. But we all agreed. You didn't push us. So what I want to know from you, what move did you do on your own without anybody?
I don't agree with the fact that I know this is kind of dodgy, but I don't agree that I have no game. I'm sitting here. I had to have some kind of game if I'm sitting here. But a move I made on my own, it's hard to claim a move on completely on your own because in Survivor you need your allies. However, a move I would claim on my own is idling out Taco Tony because I knew where every vote was going that round, and to get what I want, I idle the other person that was getting votes. That move doesn't happen without my idol.
Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to say that vote because that's the only move that everyone's been talking about in the jury. Nothing else has been made on your part. But yeah, I don't have much more for you. I'll let the jury deal with you. And I think we all know in Survivor that, yeah, you can get to the end, but it doesn't mean you've played a game. I can go on and say many examples, but I'm not going to do that because I really want to get to Melissa because this is the real reason why I want to do my jury speech. But anyways, good luck, Mike. You're going to need it. Miss Melissa, hello.
Helps if I unmute. Hi, Kinsey. Oh, can you hear me? No, I don't think she can.
My connection is so fried. All right. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
So I want to know, why did you throw me under the bus, and why did you tell Julia and Mike I was the one that was spreading information when you knew it was yourself?
Wait, what are you talking about?
So
I didn't tell Mike and Julia you were spreading information. That's not true.
That was me. I actually, not to interrupt and backtrack, that was actually me. And
okay.
I was incorrect clearly, and I do sincerely apologize. I'm sorry I dodged that earlier. I had to think for a minute.
Okay, that's fine. I thought it was Melissa, so I apologize.
No, it wasn't.
But now I want to know, why did you vote me? I thought we were good. That is where I'm so confused.
Listen, I did. Okay, so it's probably no secret by now that I was working with both sides of the house. But I started to get suspicious of the Braun Alliance side. And as I went to you saying, I believe that outside of the Braun Alliance, there was actually a Lutz Alliance, and that you and me were being used to make sure that Lutz would have the majority. Maybe that wasn't true, but it was what I believed. And then when I went to you, like, I truly, at that point in the game, wanted it to be me, you, Jester, Steve, and Tristan to take out the other side. But then when you came to me saying that you wanted to turn on Jester at that point, that's when I was like, oh shit. And I felt like if you were willing to turn on Jester, then you'd be willing to turn on me in a future round. And I knew that Mike and Julia both wanted to vote you, so that's why that happened.
This is where I think you played an amazing game, but that reason what you just said is what really confuses me. Jester was playing everybody, and I made it very clear to that. And you still wanted to protect him, and everybody wanted to protect him because everyone in the jury, multiple people who came in the jury said, I wanted to protect Jester. But he was playing everybody, and if it was you and Jester sitting in the end right now, I'm telling you, none of the jury would know who they would want to vote for because it would be a close game because Jester played an amazing game. So that is why I came to you, to let you know that Jester was a threat and we needed to get him out for that reason. I was not going to turn on you. I mean, okay, honestly, maybe I was when I noticed you were starting to be a little bit more of a threat than I thought you were. But I can't lie there. I don't want you to lie to me, so I can't lie to you. But what did you just not think that Jester was a threat at that time, or did you
No,
can you just explain that to me?
Honestly, I'm one of those people. I am not afraid to go into the end with somebody that's a threat.
Okay.
So, no offense to Julia, but there's a reason why I took Mike to the end instead of her. And
Okay.
and all due respect, Mike, but if it had been Jester in the final 3, I probably would have taken Jester to the end. Yeah, because I'm one of those people, if I'm going to lose, I would rather lose against somebody I feel played a phenomenal game than win against somebody that,
And hey, I respect that. I think that makes me even want to vote for you even more, because that's really for you to say that, and for you to say that you wouldn't what am I trying to say? You wouldn't care to go up against someone strong. I think that I'm only speaking for myself, but I think that might give the jury a lot of respect. But anyways, I think I've covered everything. Just so you know, I really don't think you guys are a snake or a rat. I just wanted to do that speech because it kind of felt like it was iconic, and it was the right.
It was very iconic.
Okay, it was the right time to do it.
I'm sitting there smiling the whole time, like, hell yeah, yes.
But yeah, so good luck, guys, because you know what? I'm just gonna let you know now. I started it off with a bang, but I'm just gonna let you know now. People are gonna be following this bang. They're not gonna go easy on you guys.
I can't wait for the fireworks.
There's a lot of questions, a lot of comments, so be ready. But anyways, good luck. And whatever I said, I don't mean it personally. I just mean it by game point. Mike, you're a great person. Melissa, you're a great person. But yeah, good luck, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. But I better get off now before I miss my bus.
Okay, thank you.
As a fellow bus traveler, I felt that.
Right?
All right. I don't know where Jay is, but thank you, Kenzie. We're going to go ahead and go to our next juror, in which we have Taco Tony.
Thank you, Kevin. I got the rest. I did freeze for a second.
Oh, what's up? What's up? All right. Everyone get your tacos and put them up. We're having a taco party. Congratulations, Melissa. Congratulations, Mike. Don't care what the haters say. You two are sitting in the final 2. I'm surprised it's not final 3, but it's final 2. So
you and me both, brother.
Oh man, I'm proud of you. So first question goes out to Melissa. I don't think we even got a chance to be on the same tribe. I don't think so. Like we didn't even get a chance to communicate or nothing. So like, why should I send you my vote? And what was your like biggest move?
So I'd have to say probably my biggest move was risking my game and going the rocks for Tristan. Because, I mean, I knew that was a big risk and it could take me out. But I also knew by doing that, it was going to ensure that Tristan was definitely on my side. So I'd have my ass covered for the following round.
Yeah.
Why should you vote for me? Because I'm fucking awesome. That's why. And I'm sorry we didn't get put on a tribe. But
I know
for that because I really wanted to work with you. Ever since we played Superstar together, and your exit speech, like it touched my heart, and I wanted to work.
Awesome. Well, congratulations! You're in the final 2. Mike, my friend Mike. Oh, my chocolate friend.
Chocolate tears, baby.
We were eating chocolate back in the day. Anyway, I want to say that move taking me out. That was amazing. Did you even consider? Because you knew I wanted to work with you. You knew I was never not saying your name. Did you ever think about voting with me that round to get out Lindsay?
Absolutely not. I was growing very close with Linz at the same time as all of that, and I really wanted Linz to stay.
I totally feel that.
No disrespect to you, my guy. I just was getting very close with Linz, and I wanted to work with her.
I totally get it. Lindsay's awesome. Well, hey, Julia's not in the final 3, so I don't know how that didn't happen, but I'm so proud of both of you all. So, hey, just light up the jury. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, man.
All right. Thank you so much. We are bringing our next juror up, which is Becky. Is gonna. There we go.
Oh,
There she
where's
is.
where's my paper?
Hi.
Where's my paper? I can't
Okay,
find it.
first of all, congratulations to both of you guys for making it to the end. It sounds like you guys both played great games. First things to say to both of you. Fuck you for both voting me out that round. Melissa, you lied to me. Mike, you left me on red. That stung, dude.
I'm so
But-
sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. I realized that was a very tough decision for you. But I do have a question, the same question for both of you guys. Melissa, I'll let you go first. A big part of why I got out in the game was because of, I don't know, my challenge threat level, maybe something about doing really good in that Awake-a-thon. So my question for you guys is, I want you to tell me about a time in this game where either you won immunity and why that was important for you to win that particular round, or you purposely didn't win immunity and how that helped your game. All right, go ahead.
You
wanna go
said me
first, or-
first. So honestly, I feel that all the immunities that I won were important because I know so there were tight duos, Mike and Julia. And I know Julia said she was with me, but I always felt like she was more with Mike than me. And when Steve was still in the game, I felt like Jester and Steve were really tight together. So at every moment that I won, I felt like I needed it. And then those ones I didn't win at the end, I was pure panic. So yeah, I think they were all important, most especially obviously the last one.
And I
Because
do
without
believe.
that win,
Sorry,
I
go
don't think I'm sitting here. I think Mike takes Julia, Julia takes Mike. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my perception.
And that is exactly why I had to have Jester go at 4. And that's my answer for my for the immunity that was most important to me, was that final 4 immunity, where I did have a hunch that a move was going to be made. Julie and I were going to be split up. I needed that immunity, and I was not stopping spoon, ping pong ball until I could get that down pat. And by pure, I don't want to say luck, but because it was very much a skill comp, I almost broke the record for that competition. I do not throw immunities ever. As a perpetual pre-juror, if you will, I do not throw. It's not in my blood, especially not in a Survivor format org. I do not throw challenges.
Well, thank you guys so much for answering my questions. I hope you have fun the rest of the night, and I can't wait to vote for
I
Flowers
drew
as
a
winner.
bike for you in one of the other challenges. I cannot find my notebook right now. I would be holding it up if I could,
All right,
but
I'll have
you
to
already
do that
know.
post-game.
Team bike emoji.
All right, bye guys.
Okay, I think Jay froze again, but thank you, Becky. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next juror here, in which we have Tyler W. So whenever you're ready, Tyler, if you want to come on, I think he's here. His camera's not on. That's the issue. There we go. Tyler, whenever you're ready, your 7 minutes starts.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, and you're free to go.
Okay, first, I just want to say congratulations on you two for making it to the end. I guess first I wanted to talk about we were split into brains, bronze, and beauties based on how we played the first time. If you're more a strategic player, a social player, or physical players. So I want to know how both of you use each part of brain, brawn, and beauty to get to the end.
Do you care who goes first? I can't hear you. You're muted.
You are muted, Tyler. You are still muted. Hold on, I can fix that. I got you.
You can go. Either one can go first.
Oh, there you go. You're good now. Okay.
Okay, I'll go first. I encompassed brawn, I think, improved by winning 4 immunities. Being the woman with the most wins now in Radical. With Hold on, what is it? Brawn, beauty. I mean, look at me. And brains. I mean, I was told quite a few times that I should have been on the brain tribe. I was strategic. I was working both sides of the house. I always knew where the votes were going. There was only one time I was on the wrong side of the vote. And yeah, with that, I was able to be strategic and decide like on which side I wanted to go. Because a lot of times people thought there was somebody else that was the flip vote that could make a vote go either way. A lot of the time that was actually me that was that deciding vote. So hope that answers your question.
So I definitely think I encompass brawn by, I suppose, doing the best I can in the physical challenges. Aside from, I want to say, Slapshot, I was up there. I couldn't compete with Tristan. That's why we had to take him out when we did. But I believe just the sheer determination and sheer just wanting to get it done and do it right in every immunity challenge. That made no sense. I'm sorry. Just challenge prowess. I think that's where my brawn comes in. Beauty, I mean, look at me. I dressed up for y'all. Come on. Right? And
Yeah.
brain, honestly, having the same strategy of trying to use a good sense of humor and just being overly positive and funny with everybody via main chat. It's just so people feel good with me. Like, keep me around. I'm entertaining. I'm fun. That's where my brain comes in, because my brain doesn't know anything else. I'm going to be fully honest. I hope I know for a fact I answered that horribly, but I hope that helped.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Thank you both for answering my question, and good luck.
All right. Thank you, Tyler.
That was a good question.
Yes. Well, we're going to go ahead and get to our next person here, in which we have Tristan. All right, Tristan, whenever you're ready, your 7 minutes starts whenever you're ready.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Well, Braun. Hello. Congratulations, first of all, to the both of you. I have a statement for each of you, and then I have a question for both of you to answer. Mike, coming back from Sounds of Disney, we both knew that we had something to prove, not really to anybody, but to ourselves, that we can do better. And you and I both were able to do that. I went from 13th to 5th place. You went from 11th to, well, 1st or 2nd, whichever one. So, Mike, you truly lived up to the brawn aspect of the game, as you won 2 immunities in a row. One of them when I was competing and one of them without me. So that is definitely a redemption story for you. So good job, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Melissa. I think this is like deja vu from the Blood versus Water game we played together, where I got 5th place and you made it to the end. So when we played that game, you got 2nd with winning my vote. I don't know if history is going to repeat itself. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But you definitely fought as hard as anyone did, especially me, being that I'm also someone who won 4 challenges, tying the record for the men and you breaking the record for the women. That's truly a brawn attitude. So congrats to you as well.
Thank you.
So my question for both of you is, a big part of Survivor, aside from the social connections, is also the ability to be humble and give other people credit for other things. So what I want from each of you is I want you both to tell me why the other person deserves to win this game. And we will start with Melissa, because ladies first. So I want you to tell me, Melissa, why Mike deserves to win this game.
I think that Mike deserves to win this game because Mike was able to win challenges. Mike was good at finding powers. But ultimately, from what I saw from my perspective, Mike played a very loyal game. And I have a lot of respect for that.
Okay. Thank you, Melissa. And Mike, now please tell me why Melissa deserves to win.
I think Melissa deserves to win because I think she played a phenomenal game. She was definitely very social, very much on everyone's good side. Her name, I really didn't hear it much at all until the end, and I wasn't. Even then, I was like, I don't think I can do this. And obviously, four immunity challenges. That's a record for the women right there. Badass. And a lot of my information in the game actually came from working very closely with Melissa from the very beginning of the game. And like Melissa said, she's also been very loyal to me in return as well. And I think I have the utmost respect for that.
All right. Thank you both. So this game has definitely been one of the most fun games that I've played in a while, and it could not be possible without not only like the challenges we played, but with the cast that we all played with. Like, this is truly one for the books, in my opinion. And I must say, win or lose, you both played a phenomenal game, and I am so glad that a Braun is going to win because that's what I wanted from the very beginning. If it wasn't going to be me, I wanted to be one of the other Brauns. So, good luck to you both. I'm going to take this time to decide on my vote, and yeah, just good luck to you both.
All right, thank you, Tristan. I will get Jay back on screen because their internet is allegedly working now.
Yes. All right. Next up, we have the wonderful and fabulous Gabby.
All right.
All right, everyone.
Yeah,
I have been waiting for this reunion for so long.
Yeah,
Yes,
your
Mike,
time
me
starts
too.
whenever you start
Okay,
talking.
I'm gonna start off with first of all, because I have to get my ego boost. I want each of you to tell me how amazing I am. One thing you love about me that does not have to do with this game at all.
Well, there goes my blowing up the game option.
I love that you are a walking book of trivia. I actually look forward all the time to seeing your posts on things that you post. I love it.
Gabby, you have been a dear friend to me since day one of me being in this community, and I cannot thank you enough for your friendship. I cannot thank you enough for being a loyal ally to me in Sounds of Disney. I cannot thank you enough for being a phenomenal ally to me in this game once again. I am so happy we could run it back together a second time. Glad I didn't have to blow up your game by accident this time. There it is. And I was absolutely gutted to see you go. And I did want to run it back with you a lot further than what we could.
Same here. And now Melissa, girl, I gotta say, you played a phenomenal game, but I want you to fight harder for it because it seems like your final drive performance not the best. So really fight for it, own it, because you're an amazing player. I want you to demonstrate that.
I try. I'm just really bad at self-promotion.
You don't have to be girl. Like you played a hell of a game. Own it.
You have no idea how bad my speech was. The opening speech was.
And now, Mike, nothing personal, because we're so coochie cult for life. But like one thing I really do care about in these games a lot, and I take into consideration, is social. And honestly, that was where I see you failed a little, because like we talked a lot one-on-one, but you didn't really talk much with a lot of people, and you were more making jokes than actually game talking.
So, it was a lot to keep up with. I will admit that.
Yeah, like I think that's your only flaw, but honestly, you're both amazing players, and either one of you will be a deserving winner to the season.
Are you? Oh, I guess she yielded her time. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, with a cast as big as this one, it's a lot to keep up with. Can be very overwhelming.
Jay, it is we're waiting on the next person. That's what's happening right now.
Yes, it is Nicole. She did say she's literally falling asleep. I'm going to try to get a vote from her tonight, but she said
Are we that boring?
She said, "Can you make a pizza out of the jury?" So basically, like topping out of all the jury members. And she didn't give an order, so we'll go alphabetical order: Melissa and then Mike. You guys can take a minute to think about it.
Listen, that's a big freaking pizza.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
And
Because
I'm normally somebody that doesn't get a lot of toppings on my pizza. But let me see.
Yeah, we are good on time, so take your time. We are flying. We're 31 minutes in when we're on our yeah.
I'm gonna try to do this. Okay, so Julia, I would say, is the pineapple because she's super sweet. Jester is definitely the jalapeno peppers because he brings the spice. This is hard. Like, Tristan, I feel like, is a pepperoni because you can always count on the pepperoni. Like it's there. It's comfortable. Lynn's, I don't know too much about Lynn's. I'm gonna say that Lynn's is the sausage. Every pizza needs some sausage. And Kinsey is the green peppers. A little bit of spice sometimes, but also a little sweet. Gabby is the cheese that holds everybody together. Brienne is the oregano. She's there, but you don't always see her. Tyler W. What else goes on a pizza? I'm running out of pizza ingredients. Tyler's the mushrooms. Just because I love mushrooms, but I can't always have them on my pizza. Hence, I had to vote you out. Sorry, Tyler. Becky. Oh, what is Becky? Again, I'm running out of ingredients. I'm trying not to repeat here. Becky is... Becky's the ham. Because she complements the sweetness of the pineapple. You can't have pineapple without some ham. Tony is obviously the hamburger meat because, hamburger meat and tacos, perfect.
Can't forget the taco seasoning either.
And Danielle. Let me think. Danielle is the bacon. Why? Because bacon makes everything better. And Nicole, I hate you for that question. You know that, right?
I didn't think I was gonna make it, but did you already ask him?
Oh, I did write you the transcript of what she said so far, so you're good.
Oh my god, incredible timing.
And we didn't get to Mike yet, so you're good. So you'll get Melissa's transcript, your confessional, Mike.
Yeah, you got Melissa's answer transcribed by me. But yeah, one of my rare talents, I know.
Is it my time to go?
Yeah.
Yep. Just transcript.
There's a lot of. I'm gonna be fully honest. There's a lot of jurors here. A lot of time to continue to sit through every single one.
Oh, 1 second. It did kick her. She's gonna try to come back.
Okay, so yeah, just give it a sec.
She just said her confessional that it kicked her. So.
Oh, okay. I can wait. I haven't started yet.
Yeah, we're good on time, so I'm not worried at all.
Now this is a tough question.
I had a feeling Nicole was going to come in with that.
That is a great question.
Nicole said to just read it to her, so you're good, Mike.
So I will be fully transparent. That's a lot of, like I said, I was starting to say that's a lot of jurors. That's a lot of time. I know Jay said we're fine on time, but like for my brain personally, I don't like to dwell on the same thing over for too long. So I am gonna echo and agree with Melissa on a lot of what she said, but I'm gonna add, because there was one that she missed. I think Lynn's is pickles, because she is very sweet, a little sour, but it depends on it depends on if you're on a good side or not. But I think she's pickles because like I just said, sweet and sour, and it's a very bold, controversial choice for a pizza, I think. But for everybody else, you can all be my favorite buffalo chicken mac and cheese with extra bacon, add pepperoni to it. You're all that because you're all my favorite jury. I misunderstood the question. I thought it meant one pizza for everybody. So you can all be buffalo chicken mac and cheese, extra bacon, extra pepperoni, add pickles. You're all my favorite pizza.
Okay. I think that's it for Nicole's question.
Yes. I cannot get a hold of Danielle right now, but I am tagging Bree to try to get a hold of her to see if she wants to come on, because we didn't get a video from what do you call it either. So we shall see. But hopefully we can get a hold of her before the night is over.
Yes, if we can't, if we have to skip through people, then that's just how it's going to be. All right, let's see.
But next we do, I believe Bree has seen the link, so she should be on shortly.
Oh, yes, Bree has seen it. Can confirm.
That's my favorite board game.
Oh, she is here. Okay.
All right.
Next up, we're bringing Bree. Oh, go ahead. Got it. Oh my gosh, go ahead.
All right, Bree, whenever you're ready, your time starts.
All right, so I just want to say congratulations to both of you to making it to Final 2. I wish I could have played the game a little longer with you. Sorry I forgot about Tribal that night. And I also wanted to say I really liked your answer for the pizza question, Melissa. That was really funny. It made me cackle. But my question, I have a two-part question. What do each of you personally look for in a winner when you're voting on jury? And how do you think you encapsulated that in your game? And
Can I go first?
We can go with Mike first.
Okay.
I very much look for loyalty in a juror personally. I'm the type of juror that I vote with my heart, and if someone in the finals is someone I was working very closely with, where did I start that sentence? All right, let's try this again. If someone I have been working closely with is sitting at the end, there is a good chance they get my vote, and I do not waver from that. But I do hear the other finalists out, however. But like I said, I'm a loyal player. I stick to my people, even to the point of sticking my neck out of playing multiple advantages on those people I'm close with, just to make sure, yeah, we're good. We're sticking around. I have this. I'm saving us. And that's really what I look for in a juror, is that loyal gameplay. And like I said, I vote with my heart. So if I felt the best with you, you're probably getting my vote.
I respect that.
I, as a juror, look for the person with the most well-rounded game. So ideally, the winner would be somebody who won comps, was strategic, and was social. And I feel that I encompassed all three of those. I won 4 competitions. I was social with every single person, unless I wasn't on a tribe with them and they were out before merge. And I was strategic because I used all the information that I got from being social. I knew when to keep things to myself, when to share them with other people, and how to use all that information to my advantage. I hope that answered your question.
It did. And congratulations again to both of you, and good luck tonight.
Thank you so much. Also, it's very nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Thank you, Bree. Jay, you can introduce the next person.
It is Steve.
Yes, we are waiting on
Steve. He's coming in now. He just saw it in his confessional. And then next we have a video from Lynn's. Make sure.
That's exciting.
Right, he said he's logging in.
He's logging in, so he's you know. Okay, I believe that is there he is. There he is. All right. Steve, your time starts when you start talking.
Okay. You guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
I've never used this, so I'm looking on my computer and seeing this. I literally just got home a while ago, so I did miss the first bit. I do apologize. But on my car ride home, I did listen to your speeches. I feel like that was kind of important to listen to. So it did entertain me on my 45-minute drive home, so they fit in quite nicely. Thank you. I literally was kind of lost with questions, so I was kind of taking notes as I did it on the back of papers that I've used previously. But I'm just going to keep asking questions until I run out of time, really. But I think first I'm going to roll back in the game because I think a lot of people are going to focus this game, of course, on the two of you. Obviously, you're the final two. Makes a lot of sense to me. But, and I do apologize if someone's already asked this in the beginning because I did miss a lot of stuff. Let me know if they have. But I wanted to see, like, obviously you guys are in the final two. Melissa had the choice to bring Mike. But I'm going to give you the option. You can either speak for one or you can speak for both. But would your game be any different, or how do I really phrase it? Like, would your game feel any different, or I don't know. I'm just going to say it. I don't know how to say it. But if you had, like Mike, if you had Julia or Jester, because they were the last two really that be one of them beside you, and then same thing with Melissa. Like, you can choose one, you can choose both, but like, how do you feel like if that may have changed your game? Because obviously right now you're talking about the two of you defending on both your stories. But if like for Melissa, if it wasn't Mike and it was Julia or Jester, would that change your game? Or like, just because their gameplay compared to your gameplay, how would that change your spot right now in the game? Just curious.
For me personally, I don't think it changes my spot. Like, the game I played is the game I played, regardless whether I'm here with Mike or Julia or Jester. But now it might change the outcome, but it doesn't change my game itself. I don't know if I answered your question.
No, that's cool. No, like I said, I'm not looking for detail. Just want to see how you guys feel about it. I'm shit on questions, so
you're doing great. As it was touched upon before, I am a very loyal player, and I was planning on taking Julia here, just because we had been that close since the very beginning, and I try not to cut people if I don't have to, like that. And as for outcome, I think I definitely lose, and I probably lose tonight anyway, regardless. So we'll see what happens, and I don't think I answered the question right.
It's okay. Like I said, I'm not looking for details. This is just what I kind of whipped up at the time, but just different questions to see, right? I know you guys are nervous. I would be nervous. It was up there too. And then other part, just listen in. Obviously, social game. Social game is a big thing for the way I play. I'm not a advantage idol guru. It doesn't happen for me, but I like a social game. You guys both talked about a social game. I'm just gonna. I don't want to put myself in the game really, but where do you feel like your social game was with me? And you can describe me. You can punch at me, whatever you want. Just want to see how you feel, where you were with me in the game.
You were somebody I wanted to run it back with as far as I possibly could, and I do feel like as though we did that. I made the move I made. I voted for you what I did because I felt like you were on my tail. You were kind of catching on to how I was playing in my game and where I was at. And I was worried that you would take the shot at me first, so I had to take the shot first myself.
Cool.
So, as you know, we were tether partners, so I think I probably got to know you a little bit better than everybody else, but I enjoyed our conversations. I'm so happy we actually got to be on a team together this time instead of already at Merge. And there was definitely a point when I wanted to go to the end with you, but ultimately I was just getting a little more from Jester as far as that side went. And I felt like you and Jester were closer than me and Jester. So for that reason, I kind of needed you to go. I needed to ensure that if Jester was in power, that he was going to stick with me and not go with you and take me out,
Damn Jester. Anywho. I know he has stuff to say probably. That's probably why he's going last. Anywho, I'm liking the answers. I thought I was decided coming into this and listening to your speeches. I'm not going to say who, but someone did say something that I was kind of like, all right, that does make sense. So now I'm conflicted. I don't know where I'm going to vote, so I'm just going to keep listening. But as for the last question I have on there, since it looks like I maybe still have time,
you have 2 minutes.
You guys, 2 minutes. I'll take it. Obviously, you guys played well. You won idols, you won immunities. Like, that's all great. I won one immunity, woo, and those coins sucked. But do you feel like they're super important to have in a game, or do you feel like somebody can win a game without any advantages? Like, do you feel like you have to have an advantage to at least make it to a Final Four or Final Five at least? Or do you think someone's gameplay can literally take them there without something like that? Just your thoughts on how you feel about it.
So, I had exactly 0 advantages in this game. I had exactly 0 advantages played on me in this game. So I think I'm living proof that it is possible to get to the end of a game without any advantages.
And I will absolutely agree with that. And that especially as somebody coming from somebody who has found and or held 7. Do I think they're necessary in a game of Survivor? No. Do they help? Absolutely. They can very much help you find a lot of footing if you're struggling to find that footing. I feel like having as much as I've had helped me find my footing to get where I am right now. But no, ultimately, as a Survivor fan and as someone who loves the game, I don't think they're necessary for a good game to happen. You can do fine without them. I just so happen to be very, very lucky,
Okay, no, that's great. I was going to leave that anything. I was going to put one thing in there. Sorry to push the blame on you, Mike, for the tie vote between Becky and Julia. That was me that voted Jester. But Jester took it on you, and I let it be that way, so I let it slide. But it was kind of cool. I had that choice after making the revote. Anywho,
bravo. And I had to swear up and down
for you
that it
guys.
was not me. I don't write
I
like that.
kept that secret all season. And even when I was telling Julia, Mike's telling you the truth, I won't tell you who voted Jester.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Mike.
I almost voted with you. I really did. But I kind of found myself in a position where I would have lost Julia if I did that. And I had to flip and vote Becky with everyone else. Well, not everyone else, but you know what I mean.
Awesome. Jay's giving me looks, but congratulations both of you. I'm going to listen on and see where it goes, but, you know, keep your fingers crossed. Anyone's game still right now, I believe. Cheers. Good luck. I'm out.
All right. And next up. Okay, good. Sorry. Next up, we unfortunately have our queen of the season who did not get voted out. We have Linz with the video. She is a few minutes away from home, unfortunately. She asked us to share a video. So, Kevin, you want to go ahead and share that?
Oh,
do you know
yes.
how to do it better than you do know how to do better than I do. So,
here we go.
Hi, Melissa. Hi, Mike. If you guys are watching this, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it home in time for questioning. So I am going to go ahead and ask my question. It's going to be the same question for both of you. I always prefer people to answer in alphabetical order. So I would love for Melissa to answer first. And my question for the both of you is, since you played with this jury, obviously some more than others, but you have had a chance to play and speak with everyone on this jury, what quality do you think this jury is looking for the most? And it can be something, you know, physical, social, strategic, or something more abstract. It's, you know, I'm not necessarily defining it right now. That's up to you. So what quality do you think this jury is looking for most in a winner? And do you think that you possess that quality? Why or why not? And do you think that that's going to hurt your chances of winning? Or do you think that you can convince this jury that other qualities that you may have are also worthy of winning? Thanks, y'all.
I think that this jury is probably looking for the most strategic player. And I do think that I encompass that. I don't know if I should go into the details again, but I think I kind of have already covered how I was strategic in being able to communicate with everybody on both sides, learn information on both sides, knowing when to share things, when to keep things to myself. Always knew where all the votes were going. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I encompass that.
I do echo that. I do think this jury is definitely looking for the most strategic player. But I also would believe that as a second chance cast, with us being a second chance season, I do believe that maybe this jury is looking for who redeemed themselves the most. And as somebody who has been blindsided very early on by allies I was trying to make in my first season and being taken out so early within the merge phase, and almost being taken out almost every phase in the pre-jury that first season, I felt as though I was not given a full chance. Whereas in contrast, within this season of Rewrite the Stars, I feel like I was given that chance. I was given that opportunity to blossom as a player, and I was able to redeem myself from 11th place and able to get myself here into the final two of a 24-person cast of all returnees, and just hopefully just fully rewrite my stars tonight.
all right. Next up, we have the gorgeous, and I'll admit she is gorgeous, the spicy Julia. Julia, go ahead.
I appreciate you, Jay. Hi, Melissa and Mike. I will start off being nice. Congratulations on both of you on being here in the finale. So obviously I came out a little hot when I was obviously upset. because it did happen yesterday. But obviously, first thing I want to say to obviously Melissa, my thing is like you said that I was weak. Well, that's how I perceive it. Like you're saying that I'm weak and didn't play a good game. My thing is I did play an under the radar game. I did play maybe not as strong as you. I didn't win immunities like you both, but I did hold my own. I did make it to the end, regardless of me being close with Mike, closer than with you, Melissa, but I was also really close with you. So personally, me hearing that did hurt my feelings. So I just want to say that. Regardless, I respect your decision. Yeah.
I just want to say that that is not at all what I meant. I was not trying to say that you played a weak game. And I'm sorry if you felt like that's what I was saying. I just felt like Mike's game was a little bit stronger than yours. It doesn't mean your game was weak. You played a great game. I just thought his is a little stronger and closer to the type of game that I play. But no, absolutely, you did not play a weak game. You played a great game.
Yeah, I understand that. Sorry, it's a little laggy there, but I understood like majority of it. Sorry, look. Stop looking. Sorry. No, like I respect that.
I'm trying
Like
to
I
wave hi to
said.
Loki. Sorry.
Hey, hi Mike. I'm coming to you next. Don't worry. It obviously was set when we were talking one on one. And like that's kind of where I was at. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, you're lagging a bit. Were you still talking?
Okay, Michael. Of course I am. Yeah, it's laggy as hell. So yeah, no, my thing is like when we're doing our one-on-one in the breakout room, I was obviously upset that you chose Mike over me, but like I said, I understand it. I mean, I feel like the jury had like who they wanted to win, but I feel like it's kind of up in the air right now. So obviously good luck to both of you. Michael, yes, we have been together since the beginning. That obviously is, I mean, everyone kind of called that. So yeah, I mean, my thing is like, I feel like for you, you did play a really strong game, like Melissa did as well. I just feel like for me, at least, I feel like for me, I was playing close with both of you guys, so I am a little biased to be honest, because I love both you guys. So I guess my question for both of you, what would you say is like your strength that you think is in the other person, and what do you think is the weakness in the other person?
I'll go first. I think that
Yeah,
Mike's
that works.
strength. Yeah, I think Mike's strength obviously is being able to find advantages and being able to win when it matters. I would say his weakness, and I think he's already said this himself, is some of the social, not being able to necessarily keep up with an entire cast of chats.
Sorry, I had a Discord notification pop up by my screen and it distracted me. Can you repeat what you said?
Yes. I have another question after this, but yes. What do you think is the biggest strength and the biggest weakness in Melissa?
I think Melissa's biggest strength is the fact that she is a very honest player. She's been nothing but honest to both of us throughout this entire game, I believe, at least from my perspective. She's social. She's obviously phenomenal at her strong suit with the mental challenges, with on as well as the ping pong ball thing. Smoked all of us there big time, and I'm gonna be fully honest. I can't think of a weakness. I grew way too close to Melissa as a person ever since I first met her. I cannot give you a weakness because this woman is just nothing but badass. And I don't believe in throwing down anyone that great of a person at all. This org community can be very negative as it is. I'm not going to add to it.
No, and
Damn, you make me feel bad now, Mike.
I I guess my last, statement, obviously, like, I love you both. Like, Loki, stop that. Like I said, I love both of you guys equally. My decision's still open pretty much, but I really just want to say that I'm really proud of both of you. I'm not trying to cry right now, but I'm really proud of both of you guys, and I just want a compliment from you guys. What is your favorite thing about me?
Loki. Loki. I'm just kidding. I'll piggyback off of that. You and I have spent every minute of this game together. I have had nothing but the most fun with you throughout that entire journey. I would not be here without you. I would not. I couldn't imagine playing this game without you. I'm so proud of the fact that we could make it all the way to 3. I wish it could have been 2. That is no secret. But 3, we still did the damn thing. Like, we still did it. We got final 3. That's all that matters in my book. Like, I was with you both from day 1, and we're here first, second, and third guaranteed.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of that.
So my favorite thing about you is your compassion. And I mean, at every point in the game, like, I went through a lot of stuff during this game, and I'm going to get emotional now. I'm not somebody that usually goes and tells everybody about what's going on, but you were the one person that I always felt like I could tell you what was going on in my life. And you were so supportive and so sweet and made me feel a lot better. And thank you for that.
Genuinely, I want to echo off of that. Like, you're a friend for life here, genuinely. And I do wholeheartedly mean that. From person to person here, all game aside, you are a friend for life now.
Yeah, I love you both, and you're definitely friends for life. Best of luck to both you guys. Get ready for Jester. He's going to come in spicy. And
I don't want it any other way.
Yeah, I'm just really proud of you both. I'm glad we're all bronze, and here's to playing another game together. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, we'll bring him up. The spice in the absolute, I guess, I don't know, royalty here at Radical. I don't know if we have a proper king because there's a lot of greats, but you know him. He's spicy. He can get messy. The player with the most days in Radical. Got to give him his credit when you can. Jester.
It's boring. Let's be fucking real. It's boring. I need a lot of time here because this final tribal count has been so sweet. Let's heat it up. Okay? I'm going to ask a question first. So, I want you to answer the question. So before I roast you both, I don't want to answer the question. So I'm just going to ask you first nicely. If you two are not in the game and you watch this season, give me 2 jurors that deserves to be in the final 2. You start, Mike.
You and Julia, hands down, I think would be very interesting.
And why?
It's hard to get into it without knowing the dynamic that has been going on throughout the season. But I say you and Julia, not only because you were 4th and 3rd, but also because I think the 2 of you going back and forth at it, I think they would be very feisty, very spicy, very interesting, great television to watch. And especially you, because you never fail to make me hysterically laugh, even as we were ops in the game. Like, I have the absolute utmost respect for you, and I know how entertaining you definitely can get. And I think you both have been very deserving of your titles. Like, you have the most days in Radical history, and it's for a reason. You're a fucking awesome player, and I have to give you all the respect there.
Melissa?
Okay, so I was actually expecting somebody to ask a question similar to this, so I thought on this all day long. And it's crazy that you're the one asking because, like Mike, yes, you would be one of them. And had the final 4 gone differently, it would be you sitting here at the end with me. Anyway, and the other person that I would choose is Tristan. And I think we all said it in touchy subjects that Tristan deserves to win this game. But I do think that you and Tristan at the end is a phenomenal final tribal council. I don't know which one of you would ends up getting my vote in that scenario.
And I do want to piggyback off of that, and I think that speaks volumes of how incredible this end game has been. That all five of us really deserved it, and I'll even throw Linz in there too, as someone who was literally not voted out of this game twice, but eliminated by other forces of nature, and that just speaks volumes of how great this cast has been, how great the game has been.
Yeah.
And mad respect to all of you there.
I love the answers. I know. I mean, ego boost there. But let's start. I'm gonna give my statements now. Maybe there's a follow-up questions here and there. But first, I'm gonna start with Melissa. Melissa, so you leave me out of the vote a lot in this game. You did leave me out of the vote a lot in this game. And there's me giving you chance over and over to work with you again. Now, you're gonna come to me and ask me to vote for you. But again, we'll see that later. But my only question, my follow-up question is why you didn't give me a chance to prove my case in the final two with Julia, knowing that those two are gonna vote for me regardless? Why you didn't give me a chance?
So here's the thing, though. I didn't know for sure that they were going to vote for you. I knew they were telling me that. And it just basically came down to if they were voting me, I didn't want to compete against you. Sorry, I didn't want to compete against Julia. And yeah, and then ultimately I was like, I'm just taking a chance that Julia and Mike are being honest and guaranteeing my spot at Final Three. And I am sorry for that. And when I was telling you that I would vote Julia at that time, that was the truth I felt. But then, and Mike was leaving me on red at that point too. So I kind of felt like Mike might have been voting me. But once Mike actually responded to me, I just felt like I was taking too much of a risk.
Can I be honest about that? Can I touch base on that? That happened because Julia wanted to vote you, Melissa, that round, and I was telling her I was telling Julia I need Jester out this round, but I never said the actual reason why I needed Jester out. It was because I wanted my odds maximized going into Final Three. I knew Jester would not take me. I needed Jester out at 4 for that reason. Never told anybody that. I just told Julia your best chance here is to vote Jester with me, and we're going to hopefully go. If this flips, we're going to fire at worst.
Okay. You're so wrong with that, Mike, because I am definitely bringing you to the final two. Julia was my target. If I win, me and you, Melissa, we are pretty much almost kind of like working together. So like, I just don't want to be like, oh, we got pretty much almost the same move, or as well it could be, Of course, I want to take that as like.
I never doubted your vote in that. I knew that you were going to vote Julia. It was the whole Mike and Julia, and if they had voted me, I didn't, But had I known for sure that they were voting for you and not me, I absolutely would have voted Julia.
Okay. There you go. I think I'm done with you. Hi, Mike. I'm doing a good speech from Survivor. You cast yourself as the fatherly and motherly figure. However, fans of classic literary fiction will see through very quickly who your true character was, which is the wicked stepmother, really of the tribe. Is the eccentric woman who comes in and makes demands of everyone for the things of which she feels so entitled. You spoil your children by perhaps giving them more rice at dinner, or the best place to sleep at night in the shelter. She takes things that you're not entitled to or didn't earn yourself, which is always evidenced by the fact that you got more gimmies in this game than I'm almost done than anyone and perform the worst out anyone at the social cues. Lastly, you made the quintessential move, wicked stepmother move by abusing the help, which in this case was the minority alliance throughout the game. You always made sure they felt inferior. You always kept them in their place, and you always made eminently clear that they weren't coming to the ball. That is the tribal counselor here this evening with you. So that to me feels like in the game of Survivor, the the out the outcasts are the one who get the final say. So in a sweeping moment of poetic justice, the people to which you were I would say not rude, maybe not so rude, terrible, and lied so many times before relegating them to the jury with help of your alliance. This is why, yeah, and before relegating them the jury with the help of your alliance. This is why I love fairy tales. They always have an ending, but the wicked stepmother never wins. Good luck, Melissa.
That was incredible.
All right. I'm just going to try to tag Danielle one last time. If not, we'll go into closing statements and try to get at least a question from her. If not, we'll get a vote. But just give us like 2 minutes here while we wait to see.
I've been waiting all day for the "I'm gonna close your eyes" question, and it didn't come up. I'm a little disappointed. I'm very excited to be on the other side of that for the first time.
So you did the same thing I did, and like kind of thought in your head, they might ask this, they might ask that.
I was anticipating it. It's just a classic org jury question at this point.
She did. I do have her number because obviously y'all know we are friends from college. So I did get a hold of her and just asked her to give me a jury question. She just read it, so.
And this is Danielle?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They're friend. Yeah. Luckily, I have an alternate. Luckily, you are someone I went to college. So, like, I did have a thing. She is typing a question right now for y'all.
I do wish I could have gotten to know Danielle better. She seemed like a lot of fun from OG Braun. It's just I didn't get another chance to link up after the tethers, and everything happened. Or everything that happened.
Yeah.
She said, unfortunately, she got stuck at work. So.
Yeah, it happens.
I think we just roll into closing speeches then.
Well, no, she's texting me back right now. She's like typing.
Oh, she's okay. She's giving you a question. Okay.
Yeah. She was just asking me like who. She was just asking me like, oh, like real quick. Yeah, no, I am in contact with her, so I say give her like a few minutes here.
All right, that's fine.
All good.
Yeah,
all good.
Kevin's like, I'm trying to get the hell out of here.
I used that power many moons ago, Kevin. Sorry.
Listen, I mean, I can filibuster if you want. You want circus facts? I'll give you circus facts. All right. Hold on. All right. So, audience
back
that's watching,
here, and it's not working.
Audience that's watching, I'm sure you want to hear my voice more than you do the final two's voice. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So performers let us know their acts are done with their own signature. Actually, no, I'm gonna read this whole thing. So. Trivia time. We've got your circus celebs, juggle jargon, and historical info right here in honor of Cirque Mechanics 42 Feet. We present to you with 42 fun circus facts. All right, we ready? We're going to go through all of these. So, the word circus comes from the Latin for circle or ring. Large public entertainment events like chariot races would take place at Rome's Circus Maximus, which would fit an audience of over 150,000 Romans. That's a lot of Romans. I know, that's crazy. All right, let's see. What's next?
Okay, I'm cutting you off. The jury. Wait, who says? Who did see? Steve. Someone said something in the jury. Hold on.
Oh, she did.
She did.
She just posted in her confessional.
Exactly. Okay. Well, we are not waiting anymore. Sorry, Steve. Okay. So, she has a question. I guess it's for both of you. She said, okay, so she wants to know from each of you, what do you think your biggest success in the game was? And we'll go alphabetical order again. Melissa, then Mike.
It's always me first. My biggest.
Do you want Mike to go first?
No, I don't. I mean, I think it goes without saying that my biggest success was winning the final 3 immunity. Well, I mean, without that, I'm not sitting here. So,
I think my biggest success, honestly, is being able to survive the entire Lutz phase on almost completely unscathed, and being able to just form bonds there, get what I want there, kind of be able to kind of have to fight in the forefront going forward from merge onwards too. I don't think I'm making sense. I'm just going to rephrase and just say just being able to get as far as I can here, despite having a terrible org track record prior to this. Being able to make Final 2 tonight, or not tonight, being able to make Final 2 in general, being able to sit here, plead my case and everything, this is a huge accomplishment for me. I have not been able to do it in 9 years as an orger. And this proves to me that I still got it. I can still do it. I am capable. And to do that alone just feels incredible tonight.
All right. And we'll start with Mike, because this went first. She does have one more question for y'all. What was your biggest challenge in the game? Mike, we can go first because Melissa went first in her first question.
Trying to navigate around all of Jester's advantages, because they were coming in left and right, idle, safety chain, idle nullifier, etc., and still being able to not be a victim or a casualty of any of that. And yeah, I kind of forgot what the question was. I'm sorry. we're off. We're doing great here.
Yeah, she's saying, what was your biggest weakness,
weakness?
Yes. Maybe read exactly. What was your biggest challenge in the game?
Challenge. That's what it was. Challenge.
Yeah.
I think maintaining a lot of chats and everything. What was I going to say? Tether's round was very overwhelming. The first few merge rounds were overwhelming. It's a lot to keep up with. I will be the first to tell you I'm not the greatest social player. But to be able to navigate advantages that, despite having many myself, advantages that were being used against me and or the people that were aligned with me, I think just that alone, and like I said, getting here with only 2 votes to my name, really, I'm really proud of that. I don't know. I'm going to shut up now.
All right, Melissa, go ahead.
I think my biggest challenge in the game was when we had our tribe swap and I ended up on charity, losing most of the people that I was close with. I was still working with Danielle and Kinsey, but I knew the 3 of us were clearly outnumbered, especially when Jester came to me saying that the brains were going for us bronze. The beauty, they were safe. Like, brains were coming for us. And it was also stated that Andy would never vote Kinsey because they had been tethered partners. So he felt Kinsey was a number. So it was going to be between me and Danielle. So I had to make sure that they I don't want to say liked me more, but that they wanted to keep me around more than Danielle. And then ultimately that did pay off. And unfortunately, Danielle was a sacrifice because of that. But I think that was my biggest obstacle. Like, that was the point in the game where I was like, I might be fucked here.
All right. We roll into closing statements now as we speak, but also because you didn't answer it, I think it's fun. Steve wants to know, what is his pizza topping from both of y'all?
I totally gave Steve a topping, and I don't remember what I said now.
Okay.
Did you say it was a sausage, or I don't remember either?
Yeah, that was earlier on.
Fair.
Oh my God, Steve, you're testing my memory now. Goodness gracious.
I'll say Canadian bacon. We can't have our. We gotta have a little bit of Canada up in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did I say, Steve? I don't remember what I said Steve was. Okay, so now I'm gonna probably give Steve a new topping. I know I had already said this for somebody else, but I'm gonna say it for Steve. Steve is the bacon, because I love bacon. Bacon belongs on all pizza, and just yeah, Steve, you're bacon. I don't remember what I answered earlier. My earlier answer was probably better.
Well, you're good. So, Melissa, just to confirm, you did tell us last night that you want Mike to go first and you to go second for closing statements. We're going to roll into those.
I will also solo layout you, just so it's you and the camera. So, Mike, whenever you're ready, go ahead. Also, how long do they have, Jay?
We can get them
How long
like,
do they have?
We can get them like five. What do you think? Do you need 5 minutes? Because I don't know if we all really want 5 to 7 minutes. Like, give them those 7. Just give them 7 like the same time as jurors. But I don't know if they'll need it.
That works. All right, Mike, whenever you're ready, your 7 minutes starts now.
I think I should be the winner of this game because I had to fight my ass off, not only just to get here, but to rewrite my stars from season 2. I was not given a good chance my first season. And here I am, a fully blossomed, I proved to myself that I did it. I won when I needed to. I had to make moves when I needed to. I found 7 advantages. I won 2 very crucial individual immunities. I won when I needed to in Final 5, Final 4. I came this close to winning Final 3. And I had just a lot of fun joking around with you guys. Yeah, maybe I wasn't the greatest social player individually, but I was trying to make up for that by being my authentic self with you guys as just a fun person to be around. All the cursed memes, you see one in the background of me. Just all the laughs, all the memories. I thank you all so much. And I have so much love for you all, regardless of decision. But I would love to be represented as the winner of this season of Radical Rewrite the Stars, Brains versus Bronze versus Beauty. I only had 2 votes to my name. I was in the forefront of a lot of the moves that had to be done. And this game just meant the absolute world to me. It really did. How much time do I have left?
You have a lot of time, actually. You're only like a minute and 35 seconds in, so
I yield the rest of my time. Go for it.
All right, yielded, understood. All right, Melissa, whenever you're ready, your 7 minutes will, if you need the full 7 minutes, it'll start now.
No, I'm actually also gonna make it like short and sweet. So I feel like I deserve to win this game because I played the most well-rounded game. I played a comp game. I was strategic. I was social. I did not have any advantages to get me here. Yeah, and I think I would be a good representative for Rent. I did not do well in Rent. 12th place, one of my worst placements in a game. So I'm so proud that I got my redemption, whether I win tonight or not. I definitely got my redemption. But yeah, so please vote for me to win.
All right. Thank you, Melissa. Jay, do your thing.
Yes, congratulations, Melissa and Mike, on making this far. Y'all can now breathe. We're going to give the jury some time to gather their thoughts, see what they want to do, and cast their votes for a winner. We'll be with you shortly in the jury chat if you're watching this to kind of give you a rough timeline But for YouTube, we'll have you back on here with the rating the votes, and Facebook, we'll see you very soon. All right.
Good luck, Mike.